What's going on, Madden 17 players? It's your boy Skateboarding and Skates, man. I know I've been dropping a lot of content lately, man, but hey, it's got to be done. A lot of my subs ask me, well, how do you run the ball? How do you, control the clock, stuff like that. And it's simple. I look at my personnel, and without my personnel, pretty much, man, that's for anybody with any team. If you don't have the correct personnel, you're not gonna get the job done. So, what do I mean by that? Let's go up in the depth chart real fast. If you don't have guys that are going to essentially, help your scheme out, that's why the plays are not working. You know what I mean? And that's with any team. With the running back, man, I like to have somebody who's at least 90 speed or more. You know what I mean? At least 90 speed with the running back. Great trucking, I look for that. I look for great awareness. Um, I'm just looking for different things, man. Especially when I go to a fullback. They had DeMarco in. I subbed him out for Austin Hooper, who is a tight end, but he'll get the job done. I look for 80 speed or more when I'm looking at my fullback. I need a fullback that's going to be at least, that fast to be able to, seal the block on the edge, because without that speed, if you have a guy that's 74, he's going to be too slow, and he's going to usually get in front of you if you're, say, in a counter, type of run. He's going to get in front of you and slow down the run, and it's going to jam you up. And that's why you're not getting some of these plays off, because your fullback is slowing you the fuck down. And that is just a no-no. We're trying to get positive yards. We're trying to move the chains. So with that being said, you want a fullback who's going to be 80 speed or more. All right. Next up is a very crucial position with whether the wide receiver or the tight end. I'll look at the tight end up on this situation, because the attribute that we're looking for is simply run blocking. All right. If you don't have adequate run blocking, talking about 75 or up, man, you might as well just shoot yourself in the fucking foot, because I'm telling you now, man, run blocking with your offensive line, your tight end, and your fullback is why you're not able to run the ball. If you're good up on one side of the field, meaning in, let's say, the right side, right tackles and right guards have all adequate run blocking, but your left guards don't, that means you can't run to the left side. I mean that they're automatically going to know, because a guy like me, if you play me, I'm going to look before I start the game. I'm going to look at your depth chart, and I'm going to see where your weaknesses are. All right, I'm going to see how fast your wide receiver is. I'm going to see how good your tight end can block. I'm looking at all these stats before I even play you. All right, so therefore, I'm already getting the edge up on you. You got to know how to game plan in this video game. If you don't, then you're pretty much shooting yourself in the foot. So I look for run blocking, and I also do look at impact blocking. That's the initial block right off the line of scrimmage. So without further ado, let's get into this play, man. Let me show you guys what I like to run out of. I like to run out of any strong formation, but strong twin tight end in particular. All right, it's a very good run setup, very simple, easy reads up on the passing aspect and the running aspect. So let's get into it. I like to start off with a fullback dive. Not necessarily meaning that that's what I'm going to come out in right off the bat, but depending on how they lined up, that's what I like to come out in, because in my audibles I have it set. And I showed you guys in my other video on how to make a custom playbook. Please check that out. This will be able to show you on how to put certain plays in the position that you need in order to run a game and to your maximum scheme's potential. All right. So I have it set up where I already have a counter in the game, a toss in the game, and then I have a good pass play of a drive in the game. All right. And I'm going to show you guys how to read all these setups and what to look for and what not to look for. All right, here, if I see that they're not stacked on the right side, you automatically would go right into the toss. You want to, go right at his neck and hit right to the outside. You're not spamming R2. What you're going to do is you're going to wait till they pick up a block and then hit it. All right, that's where you will be able to utilize the actual speed of your running back. That's why you want a guy that's 90 or better, because he gets to the outside immediately. He doesn't wait. He doesn't have to be tuned up with the acceleration. He's already going to get there. Once you hit him up a couple times with the toss, then you can easily go into the counter. All right. And another tip that I like to do is I like to put my guys in max protect. I like to max protect 3 times, because I feel like they essentially get better blocking in a max protection type setting. So now the guys automatically know to block. You can do this max protect before you even get to the line of scrimmage. I just click L1 and I go up with the right analog stick 3 times. All right, so now they're in a run scenario. All right, right there I flip the play. Let's get it back. I wait for my run blockers. I go ahead. Don't worry if it gets blown up the first time. Run that shit again. I'm promising you it will work. All right, look at that. Being patient, being patient. All you want is yards. All right, if you're going backwards, then that's negative, but you want all positive yards. Anytime I see a formation like this where they're stacking the box, that's when I will audible into my pass play, the drive. All right, all I'm gonna do is essentially look for that one-on-one with my square receiver, my number 1 wide receiver. If he's covered, I'll hit my check down with circle. Here I wait till he hit his cut. Boom, possession catch all day long. All right, it's very, very good to use. Here, if I notice that they're using, a 6-down defensive lineman set, they're stacking the box, I'll hit them with a counter at all times, especially if they're hitting a blitz. Counters counter the blitz. I don't know why, but it's the blocking that it gets, and it usually leaves you for 1-play touchdowns. That time, man, 65 isn't so good as far as getting over, but we're going to keep trying it. Like I said, man, this is why you want to have a good, speedy running back, man, to hit the cuts and make sure you're not spamming R2, man. It tips off the linebackers when you do that. So if I see anything like this, I'm going to go into the PA slide. All right, now the PA slide, a lot of people run it differently. I like to do a makeshift screen where I would swing route my running back to the left, where it essentially looks like this. Now I have a read to a triangle, or if those 2 guys are covered up, if X is open, I'll hit him on a quick dump off, and even circle gets open up top. Don't be afraid to hit that comeback route. He does get open, and he is unbumpable on that route. So please note, everybody gets open. You just have to make the correct reads. Let's get into it. Circle would have been open. I'll run that play again. Usually when you wait, up on the computer, they already have their adjustments made. So here I'm looking. I'll hit X. You want to high pass that with L1. I always say high pass it to any type of tight end or anybody that's 6'3" and above. Always high pass it. If I notice that they're pressing, I'll go into my drive formation and I'll put Julio up on a streak. All right, and I'll just pretty much play it accordingly. That time I knew that they were going to send the pressure, but like I said, if they're sending somebody like that, I'll go in a drive. I'll hit a quick out. I'll adjust my out route where he's there, take my 5 yards, and just take my pop. You know what I mean? Take my 5 yards of pop and move on down the field. Again, the toss is very good up in this formation. Follow your blockers, man. Please do that. This formation is very deadly to use. I hope that I broke it down, enough to where you guys understand on what to look for. This is the fullback dive. I mean, it's very good on using. Another formation to use is the near formation, where it has good adequate passing and good running. So if you guys don't like the strong formation, check out the near formation. It's very good. Again, check out any of my past videos that I put up. Like, comment, and subscribe. Smash the like button. Thank you guys again for getting me over 100, man, subs. I started out at 4. You guys don't understand, man. I do this shit for y'all. So anything y'all need, man, come check me out. Ask me a question, man. I'm so accessible, man, and I do this shit for y'all again. So like, comment, and subscribe. It's your boy Skateboard.